What if your private phone calls were secretly recorded without your consent? That's exactly what happened in the landmark case of Amar Singh versus Union of India, a case that redefined the right to privacy and the rules for call tapping in India. Meet Amar Singh, a well-known Indian politician, who one day discovered that his private phone calls were allegedly being tapped, without proper authorization. Amar Singh filed a petition, claiming that his telecom service provider was illegally tapping and recording his conversations, a serious invasion of his privacy. Amar Singh argued that this unauthorized tapping was a direct violation of his fundamental right to privacy under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. The telecom provider defended itself, saying they were simply following government orders and had no personal agenda in tapping the calls. The case raised important questions under Sections 69, 69A, and 69B of the Information Technology Act, 2000, which deal with lawful interception, monitoring, and blocking of information. These sections allow the government to intercept or monitor communications, but only under strict procedures, and only to protect national security, public order, or investigate offenses. The Supreme Court raised a key question: does a telecom provider have any duty to verify government orders before tapping someone's calls? The court observed that telecom providers perform a public function, meaning they have a duty to act responsibly when handling sensitive customer data. Simply following orders blindly isn't enough. Telecom companies must exercise due diligence before compromising a customer's right to privacy. The court emphasized that privacy is fundamental, but reasonable restrictions apply when there's a genuine threat to national security. Call tapping is legal only if authorized by a competent authority, and only if done for reasons like public safety, crime prevention, or national interest. In Amar Singh's case, the orders used to justify the tapping were flawed, raising serious doubts about their legality and authenticity. The Supreme Court directed the central government to draft clear guidelines to prevent unauthorized phone tapping and protect citizens' privacy rights. With growing use of technology for surveillance, the court stressed the need for stronger checks and balances to prevent abuse of power. The case became part of a larger conversation about how technology, privacy, and fundamental rights interact in the digital era. Service providers are no longer just passive carriers. They have an active duty to protect customers' privacy rights and question suspicious orders. The Amar Singh case set a critical precedent, shaping how Indian courts interpret the right to privacy and regulate call interception powers. The court ruled that if the government issues an order to tap calls, and that order has obvious mistakes or irregularities, the service provider must verify its authenticity. Your calls and data are private, but they can be intercepted legally only if proper safeguards are followed. If you suspect unauthorized surveillance, the law protects your right to challenge it. This case isn't just about one politician's phone calls. It's about protecting every citizen's right to privacy in a world where digital surveillance is becoming more common. It's a fundamental right, and the law must always strike a careful balance between security and freedom. Amar Singh versus Union of India is now a landmark case, reminding both government agencies and service providers that privacy isn't optional.